Welcome back to Chamber Exchange, the TV show. I want to thank our sponsors, Bank Hometown and the Worcester Railers Hockey Club, who make the show happen. Thrilled to have with us on this segment Miranda Hotham, who's the Worcester Green Corps Coordinator, and Grace Slawski, who's the Director of Programs for the Regional Environmental Council. Welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
So April 22nd, we've got a big day, Earth Day, coming up. Regional Environmental Council has been a leader in the community for a lot of years relating to Earth Day and programming that helps kind of raise a greater awareness and hopefully action with the public on things that pertain to our environment and Earth. Maybe, Grace, you could kind of kick us off a little bit about, if someone's not familiar with the Regional Environmental Council and some of the work that you do.
Yeah, sure, happy to. So the Regional Environmental Council, also known as REC, we're celebrating our 50th year here in Worcester this year. And a lot of the work we do now, we've evolved over time, is really focused on growing access to healthy food for young people, for families, for communities in Worcester. And we do that through a youth program, through community and school gardens, and through farmers markets. But we have a long historical commitment to celebrating Earth Day and to supporting folks in Worcester to be able to clean up the city in the springtime. And so this is our 32nd annual Earth Day cleanup. We partner with the City of Worcester Department of Public Works and Parks. National Grid's our lead sponsor. They're a great champion for this work. And so we do one big event each spring. We get over 1,000 community members volunteering. We already have 70 different cleanup sites registered throughout the city, and really just supporting people in the city to be able to clean up trash, come together, and kind of kick off the spring season here in Worcester. And we're so excited to have Green Corps at the table to be able to really help carry that work through year-round and continuing cleanups that are so important and needed. Yeah,
and Miranda, we're in on the ground floor of the partnership between the city, the Chamber, and United Way, and a whole host of other great organizations like the Worcester Community Action Council, WBDC, and a number of companies. So maybe you could talk about the year-round work and focus of the Worcester Green Corps.
Yeah, so we want to make sure that we kind of keep the momentum going. There's a lot of people that want to help clean up for Earth Day, and so we have a lot of cleanup scheduled for April, but it's really important that we raise awareness that this is still a year-long problem and people can get out there all summer long, even in the fall. So people have been reaching out to me, and we've been trying to coordinate something at least every weekend, not just Earth Day, but all of the weekends in April. And we have our youth workers out there right now. They're out there 3 days a week. And then we also have our partnership with Fresh Start, so they'll be out there 2 days a week as well.
And those are, the youth workers are young people who are out after school for several hours working on cleanups and beautifications in different parts of the city.
Yeah, they're about 14 and 15 years old. So for 3 days a week, we're doing our cleanups for 3 hours. And then on Thursdays, we're meeting at the Chamber of Commerce for our career pathway sessions.
Yeah, and that's a major focus of the program from day one, when it started more or less after July 4th this past year, is making sure that these young people know about educational and employment opportunities that are growing kind of into green collar jobs and also educational opportunities and trainings.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the other piece that you've been working on is year round on some of the volunteer stuff, but I think Grace mentioned there's 70 sites. I'm sure there's if individuals or businesses or groups want to step forward, you could probably add to that number, right?
Yeah, so for our event, which is on Saturday, April 30th, we're open for registration for sites until April 8th, but we're open to sign up volunteers right up throughout the event. And so folks have registered for public parks, for schools, for different streets, any area they've identified that they really want to step up and champion cleaning it up. The great thing about this event is through the partnership with the Department of Public Works and Parks, we can ensure that all the trash is picked up on the day of the cleanup, that it's going to be dealt with. Last year, volunteers picked up over 60 tons of trash. Wow. So it's a huge impact just mobilizing on that one day. But of course, people can get involved and volunteer year-round, as Miranda was saying. So there's opportunities through Green Corps. There's opportunities to involve with the REC for work around gardens, school gardens. And also the city has always been really supportive of folks who want to take that initiative and clean the community, especially cleaning public parks.
And both with the Earth Day activities and Green Corps, you work to try to make sure some of the materials are provided, some level of kind of guidance or supervision, and working and coordinate so that what gets picked up doesn't get dumped out again.
Yeah. There are some folks who have been involved in the Earth Day cleanups for over 20 years. Yeah. And so they take a lot of leadership and ownership over the parts of the city that they clean up. They have a whole community of folks. I know Newton Hill, different areas where Boy Scouts, other groups they're really organized about it. They understand the area that they're cleaning up, and really all they need is that support that you're talking about, of having the materials and supplies and then having a plan to get rid of that trash.
And Grace, you talked about the community garden piece that, which is a major focus of REC year round. Miranda, one of the pieces is also cleanups and beautifications, and that's something that Green Corps is working with different groups and organizations on throughout the city.
Yeah, so we're working on adopting a bunch of islands around the city. We put some applications in for those, and we've received sponsorship from the Worcester Garden Club for that. We also received sponsorship from Keep Massachusetts Beautiful to install some more pollinator gardens. So we have a lot of plans coming up, so hopefully in May we'll be able to put those plants in the ground.
Yeah, and working with some local organizations as well, perhaps on some public art, right?
Yes, we're planning on putting a mural on North Main Street with Main Idea.
Good, good. And if someone wants to get involved, if there's a business out there that says, okay, my particular section of the city, I'd be willing to sponsor something, can they get in touch with you on that?
Yeah, they can just reach out to me, Holtham@worcesterchamber.org, or they can find us on the Worcester Chamber website.
Okay. And Grace, as we talk about April 30th, I think Earth Day, right? I guess Earth Day really is every day, right? We have an obligation, but April 22nd, but cleanups and activities kind of culminating on the 30th.
Yeah, April is a great month for events around Earth Day and sustainability in the city. We have Working for Worcester coming up. There's going to be celebrations for Arbor Day. There's all the events that Green Corps is planning, and our cleanups on the 30th. If you want to sign up for the REC cleanups, you can find information on our website, which is www.recworcester.org, and go to the Earth Day events page.
Right. Well, Grace, Miranda, thank you, for leading our efforts across the city for spring cleaning and beyond. I'm sure a lot of people will get motivated to get out there now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you
thanks so
for
much
having us.
Good. I want to thank our sponsors, Bank Hometown and the Worcester Railers Hockey Club, and the team here at Spectrum for making the show happen.